I showed you how to animate fire, but this type of fire is more relaxed, more, it's coming from a candle, maybe a campfire. But I'm going to show you how to do one that is more coming from some source of fuel, like from a rocket or something, I guess, less stable. So now one thing that I could do, like for like a rocket animation, uh, and I'll just do this real quick. Let's say the fire was, I'm just gonna make it really simple. Let's let's change this color. Actually going to get rid of the stroke. Let's say, let's lock that layer. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm just gonna grab this, and I'm just gonna do this real quick. All right, so there we go. Center this point, and then I'm just gonna copy this, paste it in place, and then I'm just gonna shrink it down, and I'll change that color to something else, like orange. Actually, I'm gonna make this more yellowish and make this one orange. Alright, so now we have this type of fire. Now with this type of fire, we're going to first make it a symbol, and we'll do rocket fire. And I'm just going to change my pivot point. And actually, before I even do that, I'm going to make another symbol. I'm going to create, so I have the first symbol is just the image of the fire. So when I create the second symbol, by selecting the image, I'm going to call it rocket fire animation or a rocket fire loop. And then I'm going here. Notice I just have my symbol, and I'm just going to select this symbol with my free transform. I'm going to grab this pivot point, put it over here, and let's add a couple of keyframes. I'm just going to actually have 2 keyframes. No, let's make that 3. So I'm going to go to the 10th frame. No, not 10th. I'll go to the 7th frame. Yeah, I'll do that. 7th frame. Then I'll come here to the middle frame. And this is where I'm going to make my move. And I'm going to pull this out right here. So basically, this is what I get. So the flame is slightly getting larger and smaller, just to show a little bit of motion. And I'm just going to create a motion tween, or a classic tween, sorry. And that's basically what I get. So let's loop this animation so we can see what we have. And it's pretty convincing. Okay. There's other things we could do to it. We could, let's say, pause that real quick. Let's say if I selected this and I wanted to thin this out a little bit, I could do that too. It still kind of gives the same feel. But, there's more you can do. I just wanted to show you that as an option. Alright, so let me show you the other one. The other way to get this type of fire is super, super easy, but it's just a bunch of drawing. So let's say I going to insert new symbol, and I'm just going to call this one fire 2. And the thing I want to make sure that I do is establish where the fire is going to be planted. Where's the base of the fire? Okay, So you want to make sure there's a base and make sure that there is a center so that the fire, even though it's random, you still want to have some kind of stability as far as where it is centered. Okay, so the only thing that I'm going to do is freehand this, and I'm just going to like draw random planes. So let's just, oops, I'll create another keyframe, and I could use onion skins. You can try it with or without onion skins, because really this is meant to be extremely random. So every time you create another keyframe, as long as you're coming from the source, it really doesn't even matter what shape you draw it in, uh, because it's fire, it'll still make sense visually. At least that's the way I see it. I could be wrong though. Alright, so now let's just play what I have so far. And if I wanted to slow that down, all I have to do is add more frames. So I'm just pressing F5 and going to each frame to kind of, oops, let's extend that up. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, it can be random and it'll still get the point across. And even if you, I would add more, of course, like I did on the other one. And you can also color it as you go along. Um, but that's pretty much it, y'all. So, uh, if you're doing a rocket for the project, you have an option to do your rocket fire loop like this. And if you do this, you could add a glow to it and all kind of stuff. So I just, only thing I'm asking you is to just start thinking outside of the box, start, you know, just trying to figure out ways to do other cool things using what you know to kind of figure out a method to do something that you don't necessarily already know. Okay? So use what you don't know to figure out, use what you know to figure out what you don't know, so to speak. All right? Good luck.